Welcome to a journey into the unknown. In this video, we'll uncover the 10 most haunted places in the Bahamas, where eerie whispers, shadowy figures, and chilling encounters have terrified visitors for generations. From abandoned lighthouses to ghostly shipwrecks, each location hides a dark secret waiting to be revealed. Dare to explore the supernatural with us? Stay tuned, if you're brave enough. 1. Greycliff Hotel, Nassau. Nestled in the heart of Nassau, Greycliff Hotel is a place of elegance, history, and restless spirits. This grand estate, dating back to the 1700s, has seen centuries of war, rebellion, and untold tragedies. Once a British stronghold, then a pirate's refuge, and later a luxurious retreat, its walls have absorbed countless whispers of the past. Guests who check in for a peaceful getaway often leave with chilling stories. Some wake up to the feeling of unseen hands brushing against them in the dark, while others hear the sound of booted footsteps pacing the halls, though no one is there. The ghost of a fallen soldier, said to have died defending the property, is frequently spotted standing in the courtyard before vanishing into thin air. Staff members whisper about a mysterious woman in white, seen drifting through the candlelit corridors, her sorrowful gaze locked onto something or someone beyond the veil of the living. Would you dare to spend a night at Greycliff? Many arrive seeking luxury, but some leave haunted by something far more sinister than they ever imagined. 2. The Hermitage, Cat Island high atop Mount Alvernia, the highest point in the Bahamas, stands. The Hermitage, a small stone monastery built by the mysterious Father Jerome. Though breathtakingly beautiful in the daylight, as night falls, the energy shifts. Whispers float on the wind. Unseen figures seem to watch from the shadows, and an eerie presence lingers in the air. Father Jerome built this retreat for solitude, but some believe he was never truly alone. Many visitors report hearing soft chanting when no one else is around, as if spectral monks still walk the monastery grounds, bound to their prayers even in death. Others claim to see shadowy figures moving among the ruins, glimpses of a long-forgotten past replaying in the dead of night. The most terrifying encounters, however, come from those brave enough to visit after sunset. Hikers tell of sudden, bone-chilling cold spots, even in the island's sweltering heat. Some feel the weight of invisible hands pressing down on their shoulders, as if warning them to turn back. And then there are those who hear footsteps approaching, slow, deliberate, only to turn and find nothing there. Does Father Jerome still watch over his sacred retreat? Or have other, darker spirits claimed the Hermitage as their eternal home? Those who linger too long might just find out. 3. Fort Montagu, Nassau. Standing defiantly against the crashing waves of Nassau's shoreline, Fort Montagu is a relic of war, bloodshed, and whispered hauntings. Built in 1741 to protect the island from invasion, its stone walls have witnessed gruesome battles, brutal executions, and the silent suffering of prisoners left to rot in its damp, dark chambers. But not all who perished here have moved on. Visitors often report an overwhelming sense of unease as they step through the arched entrance. Some feel an invisible force pressing against their chest, as if warning them not to venture further. In the tunnels beneath the fort, where prisoners once awaited their fate, ghostly moans still echo, long after the last breath of the condemned was taken. Soldiers in tattered uniforms have been seen patrolling the ramparts, only to vanish when approached. At night, eerie lantern lights flicker along the walls, despite no living soul being there to carry them. Locals whisper of a headless apparition that roams the grounds, a former officer executed for treason, forever searching for his lost head. Would you dare to walk the fortress alone at midnight? Some who have tried claim to hear their names whispered in the wind, as if the dead are calling them to join their ranks. The Cloisters, Paradise Island. Majestic and serene by day, eerily foreboding by night, the Cloisters on Paradise Island is a place where the past refuses to rest. Originally built in 12th century France, these ancient stone ruins were transported piece by piece to the Bahamas, but some believe they brought more than just history with them. Locals whisper that the spirits of long-dead monks still walk the grounds, bound to the sacred stones they once called home. Visitors often report hearing low murmurs in Latin, as if unseen voices are reciting long-forgotten prayers. Some even claim to see shadowy figures kneeling in silent devotion, only to disappear the moment they are approached. But it is the lady in white who terrifies visitors the most. She is often seen wandering among the towering columns, her sorrowful eyes searching for something, perhaps a lost lover, perhaps peace she will never find. Those who get too close say she suddenly turns, her face transforming into something twisted and unrecognizable before she vanishes into the night. The Cloisters is breathtakingly beautiful, but as the sun sets and darkness takes hold, one thing becomes clear. Some spirits are never meant to leave the past behind. 5. Fort Charlotte, Nassau. High above Nassau, overlooking the turquoise waters, Fort Charlotte stands as a silent witness to centuries of war, betrayal, and untold suffering. Built in the late 18th century, its labyrinth of tunnels, damp dungeons, and towering battlements once held prisoners whose final cries were lost to the unforgiving stone. Some say those cries can still be heard today. Visitors who explore the underground chambers often describe an oppressive weight in the air, as if unseen eyes are watching from the shadows. Many report hearing the heavy clank of chains dragging across the stone floor, though no prisoners have been held here for centuries. Cold spots appear suddenly in the sweltering Caribbean heat, sending shivers down the spines of those who dare to enter. Perhaps the most chilling encounters come from those who have seen the faceless soldier, a spectral figure clad in an old military uniform, wandering the fort at dusk. Those unfortunate enough to lock eyes with him describe an overwhelming feeling of despair before he vanishes into the walls. Some believe he was a soldier wrongly executed, forever seeking justice in death. Would you explore Fort Charlotte alone at night? If you listen closely, you might just hear the whispers of the condemned, calling you to join them. 6. Dean's Blue Hole, Long Island. Beneath the crystal-clear waters of Dean's Blue Hole, a chilling darkness lurks. At over 660 feet deep, it is one of the world's deepest underwater sinkholes, a place of stunning beauty and unexplained disappearances. Local fishermen and divers whisper of an ancient curse, a restless presence that drags the living down into the abyss, never to return. Legends tell of a lusca, a monstrous half-octopus, half-shark creature that dwells in the depths, waiting for its next victim. But the true terror lies in the spirits of those who have drowned here. Many divers report an unsettling feeling of being watched, an invisible force pulling at their limbs. Some claim to hear whispers beneath the waves, soft, sorrowful voices begging for help. There have even been accounts of phantom hands grasping at ankles, pulling unsuspecting swimmers toward the black void below. Survivors speak of an overwhelming sense of dread, as if something unseen was urging them to let go, to surrender to the abyss. Is it the call of lost souls, or something far older, far hungrier? The next time you stand at the edge of Dean's Blue Hole, staring into its endless darkness, ask yourself, what if something is staring back? 7. Sapona Shipwreck, Bimini. Rusted, broken, and half submerged in the waters off Bimini, the wreck of the SS. Sapona stands as a ghostly reminder of its mysterious past. Once a concrete cargo ship built during World War I, the vessel later became a Prohibition-era smuggler's haven, before being wrecked by a hurricane in 1926. But some say it never truly became abandoned. Fishermen and divers report eerie lights flickering aboard the wreck at night, as if unseen figures are still tending to their illegal trade. Strange whispers carry over the waves, their words lost in the howling wind. Some claim to hear phantom footsteps echoing across the corroded deck, despite there being no living soul aboard. But the most terrifying stories come from those who dare to explore the wreck. Divers have felt unseen hands tugging at their equipment, their air supply mysteriously cutting off for a brief, heart-stopping moment. A few have surfaced in sheer panic, swearing they saw shadowy figures standing on the deck, watching them with hollow, glowing eyes. Is it the spirits of long-dead bootleggers, forever guarding their lost cargo? Or does the wreck itself hunger for new souls to claim? Those who venture too close may soon find out. 8. Adelaide Village, New Providence Island. Hidden on the southern coast of New Providence Island, Adelaide Village appears peaceful, a quiet settlement with deep historical roots. But beneath its serene exterior lies a history of sorrow, slavery, and spirits that refuse to rest. Established in the 1800s by freed slaves, the village has long been a place of resilience. Yet, eerie occurrences suggest that not all who lived here ever truly left. Visitors walking along the village's winding paths often hear footsteps behind them, only to turn and find nothing but empty air. Shadows dart between the trees at dusk, vanishing before they can be fully seen. Some of the most chilling encounters happen near the old graveyards, where unmarked graves lie forgotten. Locals whisper of a weeping woman seen wandering the burial sites, dressed in tattered clothing, her face obscured by sorrow. Those who get too close report feeling an unbearable sadness, as if their very soul is being weighed down by unseen grief. At night, strange knocking sounds echo from abandoned homes. Voices whisper just beyond comprehension, and ghostly figures are seen peering from windows, long after the houses have been abandoned. Is it the spirits of Adelaide's past, still walking among the living? Or is something far more sinister lurking in the shadows, waiting for someone to take its place? 9. Haunted House of Harbour Island. Perched on the southern shores of Harbour Island, near the Marina and Aquapaza restaurant, sits an eerie, time-frozen relic, the Haunted House of Harbour Island. Once a home filled with love and promise, it now stands abandoned, a silent witness to a tragedy that has never faded. The legend speaks of a beautiful newlywed couple, madly in love, who moved into the home shortly after their wedding. But their happiness was fleeting. One fateful night, an argument erupted, so fierce, so final, that the bride fled the house in tears. The groom followed moments later. Neither was ever seen again. The house remained untouched, as if waiting for their return. The dining table remains set for a meal never eaten. Clothes still hang in the wardrobes. Wedding gifts sit unopened, collecting dust. But it is the ghostly figures in white that truly haunt those who dare to approach. Children playing near the ruins report seeing two glowing apparitions drifting through the house, as if locked in an endless search for each other. Some hear faint sobs in the wind, while others feel a cold presence brush past them. Locals know better than to enter after dark, because if you listen closely, you might hear footsteps echoing in the empty halls, or whispers of a love lost forever. 10. Great Isaac Cay Lighthouse, Bimini Rising. Ominously above the crashing waves of the Bahamas' Bimini Islands, the Great Isaac Cay Lighthouse is more than just a beacon for lost sailors. It is a place of tragedy, mystery, and restless spirits. Built in 1859, this once proud lighthouse now stands abandoned, its light extinguished, its secrets buried in the past. The most chilling legend tied to this island is that of the Grey Lady. Local lore tells of a shipwreck near the quay in the 19th century. Among the wreckage, Only a baby was found alive, his mother lost to the sea. It is said that her sorrowful spirit still roams the island, wailing in agony, searching for her child. Fishermen and boaters passing by on calm nights often report hearing ghostly cries carried by the wind, long after the island has been deserted. But the Grey Lady is not the only presence lingering here. In 1969, the lighthouse keepers mysteriously vanished without a trace. No signs of struggle, no explanation, just an abandoned station left, as if they had disappeared into thin air. Some say the island took them, adding to its growing list of lost souls. Today, brave explorers who visit the ruins report eerie cold spots despite the tropical heat, flickering lights within the lighthouse tower, and an overwhelming sense of dread. If you find yourself near Great Isaac Cay, listen carefully. If you hear a whisper in the wind, you may not be alone. You've just witnessed the chilling stories behind the 10 most haunted places in the Bahamas. But do you dare visit them yourself? Have you ever experienced anything paranormal in the Bahamas? Let us know in the comments. And if you love ghost stories and haunted locations, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another terrifying tale. Until next time, stay curious and stay haunted.